Alright, this is the last video for the Methods Core second level tutorial. This is going to be really quick. I'm just going to show you how to run the actual analysis. So we can see here's the same scan file and job file I've been using. I did go ahead and mark this as a 0 to not run this contrast because I actually found out that there won't be any significant voxels and that crashes because SPM can't run that. So I'm just going to comment that out and not run that one. So we have this job file and scan file, and here we have the second level template that we set up before. And I've got this open in MATLAB's editor. All we're going to do is just run this file. So you can either just click run up here, or if you're in the folder that it's in, you can type the name of the script and just hit enter. Either way, we'll run it. So I'm just going to go ahead and run it. And that is going to start running some contrasts. I'm going to go ahead and just skip ahead till it's done, but you can see it's running along here. Alright, it's just been a few minutes. It's run all those contrasts. We can go ahead and look at that folder. So now we have the second level folder here, and we have a folder with for each contrast that we ran. So you can see here we should have 9 because we didn't run this one, and we do in fact have 9 folders here. Each of these just contains, an SPM model. If we look at one of the repeated measures ones, it's also got an additional folder called main effective group that's got another second SPM model in it that calculates that main effective group contrast. So that was all done automatically. So we can go ahead and start SPM here and just go and look at one of these. So if we go in here to say, patient scan 1 fearful with state trait anxiety covariate. So we can see this is our model, this is our constant column, and then here we have our covariate. In this case, obviously, there's only 3 subjects, so it's just 3 big blocks. So this automatically generated a positive and negative contrast for our group, and it also automatically generated a positive and negative contrast for our covariate. So if we go ahead and look at that contrast, this will be basically meaningless because this was random subjects of data, but we can see some results. If we go to now one of let's go to the big one that we ran, which is diagnosis by time by emotion. So we can see a number of contrasts here. We have a main effect of time, we have a main effect of emotion, we have a diagnosis by time interaction, a diagnosis by emotion, a time by emotion, and then we have the full 3-way interaction, diagnosis time by emotion. The only one that's missing is main effect of diagnosis, and I'll show you that. That's going to be in that other model. So we have these 6 F contrasts here. And, look at them like any contrast from a model. Again, the results in this particular case are going to be pretty meaningless. But if we wanted to see main effective group, we can go into that separate main effective group folder and load that up. And we see here we have this main effect of diagnosis contrast. This is collapsing across all repeated measures and just comparing patients and controls. Another nice thing that the second level script does is it actually saves out the batch jobs for each contrast. So if I go into batch mode here in SPM8 and go to load, if I go into any of these models, there's going to be a second level.mat. And that actually contains my SPM8 design with my scans and everything selected in my particular directory, an estimation, and then the contrasts that get added. So this is especially nice for kind of diagnosing problems that might come up, and for some of the more complicated models, like the flexible factorial, it has our different factors defined, including our subject factor, all of our images, and then if we go here, it's got all of our contrast defined. So that's just a nice little extra for kind of diagnosis of problems with models. You can kind of look at what was set up in the model in the past. So that should be pretty much everything, and that wraps up our tutorial for the second level methods core scripts. Thanks for watching, and if you still have any questions after following along with the videos and reading the PDF documentation, you can contact us at methodscorehelp@umich.edu.